Hello and welcome. My name is Jeffrey Kennedy and welcome back to another episode of Elliott Wave Junctures. Today we're going to look at what constitutes a high probability trade setup. Now let me be specific before I actually begin the description, simply because this is what identifies, or this is what a high probability trade setup is for me. Now, the reason I make the distinction is it's kind of like asking somebody what their definition of a beautiful day is. If you ask 10 people, you're going to come up with 10 different answers. Okay, for me though, there's two key characteristics which identify to me, again, a high probability trade setup. And essentially what that is, it's a three-wave price move within parallel lines. For example, this is a price chart of silver wheaten, SLW. This is a ticker. The ticker symbol is SLW. This is a price chart. And essentially, whenever I look at this price chart, I see a very nice trade setup here. And essentially, this is it. As you can see from this extreme here, we saw a three-wave move up, followed by a three-wave decline. That's actually going to be a flat correction. As you know, with respect to a flat correction, wave A subdivides into three waves, wave B subdivides into three waves and ends at or near the origin of wave A, and then that's followed by a five-wave move. So here, the big three-wave move I'm referring to is this structure. So here we have our three-wave advance. Now also, too, we also have the structure formed within what I call a corrective price channel. Now, the corrective price channel is essentially a byproduct of what I call the Kennedy channeling technique. It's a specific or precise way to actually draw trend lines that helps you classify Elliott waves as either impulsive or corrective. But essentially, this is what constitutes a high probability trade setup for myself. This is a three-wave move, A, B, C, within parallel lines. Let's look at another price chart. Here we have a price chart of Apple. Now, recall the prior price chart, that was on the daily level. Here, notice we have a 15-minute price chart of Apple. But again, let me show you what I believe constitutes, or what I know constitutes, a high probability trade setup for myself. But I'm sharing this with you today. Okay, here's the price chart. Here's the before. Now let's look at the after. Again, as you can see here, this is an A triangle BC, or essentially, again, 1, 2, 3, ABC within parallel lines. Here we have the same structure again. This is a complex correction, so we have to identify it as ABCX, ABC. But if you're familiar with the wave principle, you know we simply identify this structure as a WXY. Thus, we have, again, three waves up within parallel lines. These are the two key characteristics of counter-trend price action that I always look for when identifying a high probability trade setup, because as you know, with respect to the wave principle, three wave moves, well, how many waves does a zigzag have? 3. How many waves does a flat have? 3. Most of your corrective wave patterns consist of only 3 waves. And the fact that it's contained by parallel lines, again, a key characteristic of counter-trend price action that I've identified and I've observed for many, many years with respect to price action. Now, the next price chart we're going to look at is going to be this one right here, and this is of Suncor Energy, and their ticker symbol is SU. Now, what I'd like to show you on this price chart, again, it's equally exciting, I believe, and that is, okay, we'll go ahead and slide to the next chart, and let me show you again specifically what I'm referring to. To me, a high probability trade setup consists of two things: a three-wave price move within parallel lines. This is a price chart of Suncor Energy, ticker symbol SU. Well, let's look at that, or let's apply those two simple things to this price chart. Here we have a three-wave move, ABC within parallel lines. Look what happened as a result of that. You almost saw Suncor experience a 50% drop in prices as a result of that signature. Then look at the subsequent move to the upside. Again, waves A, B, and C. It's a three-wave move within parallel lines. Over here, another small type of structure, ABC, parallel lines. This is what I look for whenever I'm scanning through essentially hundreds of price charts. Whenever I scan through hundreds of price charts and I'm looking for the next trading opportunity, I'm essentially looking for this one very specific signature. I'm looking for a three-wave price move within parallel lines. Because if I can see that, and if I've got that, well, as you know, it deserves closer consideration and examination. That about does it for today. Thank you very much.